What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back with another morning recap on this beautiful Friday, March 24th, 2023. That's right, everybody, we're back with a new segment of Morning Recap with Real American. And while we had a slower day yesterday, we still had some significant news across the board. Now, before we continue with today's video, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these type of videos, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you could join Real American Politics, which helps create content like this. You love the morning segments, you love the regular content, well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. And also a shout out to the Kelvin Coolidge Project on Twitter. He helped a lot with the creation of these morning recaps. And he quite frankly has a great Twitter account. I mean, he's a conservative. He supports Justice Daniel Kelly for the Wisconsin State Supreme Court. And I think overall, I recommend you guys follow him. All right, let's get in today's morning recap. First bit of news comes out of the United Kingdom as scientists warn that there's a COVID-like virus found in UK bats that could quote-unquote mutate and infect humans. Are you freaking serious right now? Now, here's the thing that people need to understand. Well, this is kind of a nothing burger. You see, you've been seeing a lot of these lately, you know, there's a virus in Africa, there's a virus here. There's always a new virus being found, and well, I think there's a bit of fear-mongering to a lesser extent. Now, people are going to say, oh, well, here we go again, yada, yada, yada. I don't think they're going to, you know, what's going to happen, like what happened in 2020 will happen again. It just, you know, the COVID virus exists. It's always existed, and well, there was always some kind of risk that it would eventually mutate to infect humans. So this is a bit of a nothing burger. People are trying to make it sound like it's all the end of the world, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, But either way, it's still just, it's always a bad thing when you hear stuff like this. But overall, I really think this is what you would call a nothing burger. So we got some more news out of the world as a whole, actually in outer space. There's a skyscraper-sized asteroid that will fly between the Earth and the Moon Saturday. Yeah, there will be a skyscraper-sized asteroid that will fly closer to Earth than the Moon. Or, it's in between the Earth and the Moon, so it's closer than the Moon. And the asteroid's known as 2023 DZ2. I still don't know how they create the names of these things, but it will pass Earth at around 17,000 miles per hour. The asteroid was first found by astronomers last month and had a diameter of between 144 and 325 feet. So yeah, this is a pretty big asteroid. Now, here's the thing though, it's still 107,000 miles away from Earth, and quite frankly, people make it sound like, yo, this is the end of the world. This thing happens every other week. I mean, there's always these big asteroids that do pass Earth. Now, it is a bit scary that it is that close, but we've had a lot of these. And it is, once again, I think people are a bit fear-mongering. There's some people that always, like, think the end of the world's coming because asteroid's close. It's like, dude, this thing happens every other week. So yeah, overall, this is kind of just whatever, but hey, it's still kind of spooky to have a skyscraper-sized asteroid flying right next to Earth, because if your math is off by one digit, we may be in trouble, but I doubt it. So yeah, this is kind of just whatever. It happens every other week. I'm not a big fan of the constant fear-mongering about it, like, oh, this is so close to Earth. It's like, this happens, again, every other day. So yeah. That's that out of space. So we got some news out of Africa. Once again, there is a new virus that has been discovered and, well, causing a lot of deaths in Africa. Now, here's the thing, though. The good news out of this is it's not as deadly as Ebola. That is the one positive. However, prayers to everybody that's in the country, in the region, that has to deal with the Marburg virus. And this kind of thing happens, sadly, every other week in Africa. It seems like there is a new virus discovered every week or so, it seems like, but it sucks people are losing their lives from it. And stay safe and pray for those and their families that have lost their lives. It is a terrible thing that happens in the world, that one day you get hit with a virus and, yeah, it's not good. But, again, it is something that happens on a regular occurrence in Africa when you really look at it. It just getting more publicized at this point because of the COVID pandemic. So, yeah, prayers up to the country, prayers up to the people that are losing loved ones because of this Marburg virus. I believe that's how it's pronounced. At least 20 are dead from the virus. And it is spreading, but I don't think it's going to, become a global pandemic or anything. So, yeah. So we have a positive development happening out of the great state of Iowa. One of the best governors in America, Kim Reynolds, has signed a bunch of great bills just yesterday. There are two in particular. Now, one of them is Senate File 538, which prohibits doctors from providing gender-affirming health care, including puberty blockers, hormones and surgeries to transgender minors. I mean, this should be a no-brainer. This should be an absolute no-brainer. The fact there's people defending the transgender movement for minors, it's like, are you freaking serious right now? Now, again, you can make the argument that, some people healthcare, they need it. It's like, I doubt it. But point is, Kim Reynolds continues to be, in my opinion, the most underrated governor in America. Besides maybe Greg Gianforte from Montana, she is super, ooper, duper underrated. She is from the Midwest, and I think Trump should pick her as her VP. But any other case, there is another bill that did get signed, Senate File 482, which bars transgender students from using school restrooms or locker rooms that are consistent with their gender identity. Again, how is this not a no-brainer? And it's getting to a point that we actually have to pass this type of stuff. It's just pathetic and sickening as a country, but I'm glad there's still conservatives like Kim Reynolds, that are not bending the knee on the transgender movement, which is destroying our youth, and as a whole, destroying this country. And quite frankly, this has been a solid record by Kim Reynolds, and I think, again, she should be the VP for 2024, all right? She's from the Midwest. She offers a lot to the ticket. She's a woman, so Trump's campaign is happy about that. And she actually provides something. She's a popular governor from the Midwest, where you need to win a state like Wisconsin. Iowa's not too different from Wisconsin. Now, of course, it's not the same thing exactly, but there are fairly similar attributes of the two, and Reynolds could be a good boost for the ticket, and she keeps doing great stuff for the state of Iowa. And she won re-election by a landslide. So, yeah. Hopefully she continues to have great policy, all right? We just got to see what happens, though. This is probably going to get a challenge in court, but I doubt much really changes. So, yeah, positive development for the youth in the state of Iowa. So, we got some news out of the World Athletics Council. They voted Thursday to ban athletes who are transgender women or have differences or of sexual development from competing in elite track and field competitions. Frickin' finally! I mean, the fact that it took this long to do this is just kind of pathetic, but look, you could say what you want about transgender women. Oh, well, there's a woman and stuff. Guess what? That's a biological male going against biological women. Yeah, I wonder who has an advantage. It doesn't frickin' matter. Call me sexist all you want. The fact remains, there is scientific proof to show in things like track and field, men have an advantage, right? Usually, their numbers for weightlifting are better. That's not me being sexist. It's a fact. And the fact is, women's sports is getting destroyed by these losers that would never win in their own gender or their own biology, right? So they have to switch over to beat up women. Again, it's absurd that we're up to this point, but thank goodness people are finally saying, no, you can't just be a man one week, the next week, oh, I'm going to be a woman so I can compete against other women. It's like, it turns mediocre swimmers, for example, that are men, into the best swimmers in the world that are women. It's like, thank goodness there are people saying, no, this is ridiculous, and yeah, so, yeah, hopefully more positive developments keep happening from this. I'm getting sick and tired of these people that say, oh, they're women. Look, these people are not women. All right, most of them, it's a fact, have some kind of mental disorder. I'm not bashing them for it. It's a fact. It's like 70%, I believe. It's like these people need help, and I want them to get help. I don't want, them to be banned from life. It's just these people have some serious problems when they think they're a woman. I understand that there are health issues that happen. Fine. But those are rare occurrences. It's not 20% of the youth. That ain't normal. So yeah, positive development from the World Athletics Council. The final bit of news comes from the college basketball front. Of course, March Madness is in full swing, and we're finally starting to get to the main part of the tournament, the Sweet 16 Elite 8. And, well, half the games of the Sweet 16 were done yesterday. And once again, the Cinderella story of Florida Athletic University continues. The number 9 seed, and mind you, this team has only once in their history, their school's history, ever made the March Madness before here. All right, and they lost that game. They're going to the Elite 8, only in their second time in March Madness history, and they're going to the Elite 8. And also, you had UCLA blow that game yesterday. All right? It's just, UCLA had that game. All right? They screwed up my bracket, and I'm getting sick and tired of my bracket being just destroyed. So yeah, today we also have Princeton, which they're the real Cinderella story here. They're the number 15 seed in the Sweet 16. Hopefully they make the Elite 8. There has been a couple, there's only been one team, I think, which was last year, the Peacocks, I believe, that made the Elite 8 as a 15 seed. So hopefully Princeton wins. I don't care. My bracket's already screwed up. So yeah. Anyways, folks, that is the morning recap. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.